Wayne and Wendy's dream of a tranquil and relaxed lifestyle can certainly be fulfilled in the North Essex countryside. It's a world away from Canvey Island. And for young Amy, who loves her animals, there's plenty to keep her busy. Set around an original moated manor house which dates back to 1287 is Mole Hall Wildlife Park, a 15-minute drive from Saffron Walden. It's easily accessible from all 4 properties and it's a perfect destination for a day out. As well as all the children's favourite animals, there are also the exotic and the wild.
Well, we have a wide range of all sorts of animals, pets, deer, a lot of waterfowl, a lot of young animals this time of year, which are very popular with the children.
Back on Canvey Island, Wayne and Wendy are thinking about how an imminent move will affect their lives.
I'm going to miss Canvey Island for the people. I've grown up here. I've got a lot of friends here. But the good thing is that I'll still be here to work, and I'll still see them people virtually every week.
Amy's not moved before, and she's still relatively young, so I need to make sure that she's quite settled about it all. Wayne's a Canvey Islander, been on the island all his life, 30-odd years, so there's a bit of a change involved there. But I still don't see any hurdles that we can't overcome, and I think it's just one big, real exciting adventure moving forward.
I will miss my bar, but we've had a lot of good parties at this place. But hopefully, if I can find somewhere with a bit of room and get permission from the wife, then I'm sure that we'll build another bar in the new house where we go to.
When I go to Edinburgh from work, I stay in a couple of hotels that are quite rural, and I open the bedroom window and you see the rabbits and the squirrels hopping around, and I come back and I'll tell Amy about it, and she says, I want to come and stay there and see them. So that's the sort of thing I'm really looking forward to.
Day 2 of my search in the North Essex countryside brings me to the village of Wethersfield. The village used to be the base for American servicemen who came to the RAF airfield here in 1944. Today, the village is quiet again. Half a mile down the road, I found a lovely Grade 2 listed cottage on the market for £495,000. The owner, Vivian Golding, has lived here for 20 years.
Something tells me immediately, Viv, that I'm stepping back a long way in time.
Yes, well, you are.
So how old is the house?
It's 16th century,
right.
So 1500s it was built.
So, I mean, I can't even think what to comment on first because, I mean, my remit is to find a house with lots of character. This certainly's got that,
I think it's got that, yes.
Yeah.
Now, you see that's higher?
Yep.
It's right height.
Yep.
It's tradition, but at the right height.
So we've got one little room through here. What's in there, Viv?
We call it the music room.
Right.
It was, in fact, 4th bedroom when we first came here.
Okay, that's lovely, isn't it? You could use it really for anything, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Right, so we're still in the old bit here. We're coming
Yes.
through. So dining room. Now,
Yes.
I have to say, so many cottages are very cramped, but this feels much more open and high than some of them that I've seen.
That's because the floors have been lowered. You can
Right.
see the base plate here. OK, and so it's been lowered that far.
That's why it's higher.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah, if you was to take that off, it'd be as low as the other place again.
Yeah.
So now I'm just drawn to this magnificent thing. This must be original.
It is. Oh, it is.
So this is where they'd have all gathered round and done their cooking and everything.
Absolutely, and seating area in there because
right, yes.
in those
So
days it was very
all-
drafty.
Sit there and warm your hands up on the fire.
So now, still in the old part of the
Yes.
house, this must be the kitchen,
The
is
kitchen,
it?
yeah.
Oh, gosh. I'm sensing the remains of what must have been the outer wall here, is it?
Yes, when we moved here, that was the end of the house.
Oh, right. So actually would have been quite a cramped little kitchen
Yes.
in those days.
Yeah, whereas here you can sit and chat if you've got people around.
So this
to
is a
stay.
sort of a family room,
Yes.
sort of relaxing
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
I'd be interested to understand why those beams coming down are there, because I'd actually clear them out the way to open it up. I'd open that so it's a right through room.
I don't know. I quite like it the way it is, actually.
Right, so this is the point where we leave the 16th century and we go into the 1970s.
Yes.
The new extension. So what have we got in here, Viv? That looks like downstairs loo. OK, so this is the official study.
Yes, it is.
So actually, Wendy and Wayne could have a study each if they so fancied.
could, yes.
Yeah, if they felt really hard-working. And so this is the main reception room, and this is lovely.
Yes, I think it's lovely.
And you can see your garden out of every window, which is lovely. So you really feel like you're surrounded by it.
It's a lovely
very,
building,
very
isn't it?
pretty.
It's absolutely stunning. See, the inside, you could do so much with that.
Yeah.
So how is it living in a thatched house? Because a lot of potential purchasers will kind of quiver at the thought of thatch. So, you know, what's your experience of it?
It's lovely in summer because it's lovely and cool, and in winter it's warm.
And what about maintenance-wise? When was yours last replaced?
12 years ago, the whole of the thatching was renewed.
Right.
But there are 3 small areas which do need some attention.
Right, in the immediate future.
Yeah.
They just need a bit of patching up.
Yes.
OK.
You have to do some research about thatched roofs and what's required there.
Not
They
too
look
up on that.
lovely and they really do act character, but you just need to understand what you're taking on, don't
And the
you?
expense of it as well.
I love this garden. The best thing is it stretches right the way around the house, so you feel really enclosed and private. Lots of established trees, beautiful plants, and there's even more space behind the bank of trees here. So it's perfect. I know Amy will love it.
She will, won't she just? Stunning. Can you imagine the dog running around?
This house really couldn't be further removed from the bland, soulless modern houses that Wendy and Wayne are so sick of. In places, it's got so much period detail, it almost feels a bit museum-like. So up on the landing, look at these floorboards. You could get seasick if you walked around on here too much. They're really big, solid bits of wood. Tiny little doors. And of course, you do have to live life in a slightly different way if you live in an older property. And remembering to pick your feet up as you're going to bed is one of the things you'd have to start to remember to do.
I think that adds to the character, though.
I do as well. No, you see, I quite like that for a child's room.
Despite the slopey ceilings, there's definitely room for a good-sized double bed in here. I'm thinking that Amy might quite like this room because there's lots of character. Got the beams from the roof, and here, this is quite unusual to see. This is regional pargeting, but it's actually on the interior wall rather than on the exterior, which is what you normally see. So very exciting to find that. So sticking in the old part of the house, I probably don't need to point that out, given the sloping ceilings, we go through into what would be the guest room. Now, there are only 3 bedrooms upstairs, so if Wayne and Wendy wanted to have more people to stay, they'd have to use that music room downstairs as the 4th room. Very saggy ceiling in here, but actually it's incredibly spacious. The only drawback is that the only nod towards any kind of ensuite action is this very small sink here.
It's got watches of character though, hasn't it?
So in the new extension now, but again they've mimicked the style of the old part of the house with the sloping ceilings. The first room we get to is the bathroom. Now this is actually the only bathroom in the house and it's fairly cramped. However, they have managed to squeeze in a separate shower, good sized bath, but I personally think it's going to need a little bit of updating to bring it up to Wayne and Wendy's current standards.
But hey, you can do that for the price, you know, it's not too bad.
And finally, we come to what would be the master bedroom. It's a really pleasant room because it's got 2 windows, both looking out over those lovely gardens and the countryside beyond. So, upstairs, the only disadvantage seems to be the lack of ensuite and really limited possibilities for putting one in.
To my mind, this property meets virtually all of Wayne and Wendy's requirements, both inside and out. The only questions are, how wedded is Wendy to the idea of an ensuite, and how will they feel about a thatched roof?
It's grade 2 listed, which I like. I love the thatched roof. We'd have to understand more about it. It's got an acre of land. The location, it's near Braintree, which is excellent. It's got all the space. It's just the bathroom. We just need to sort out the bathroom facilities, really.
Yeah. Whether we put it on the definitely maybe.
Well, we've got to see the 4th one.
Yeah.
Because if you've got to pick 2, we need to see the 4th one.